It's a beautiful fall Saturday afternoon as two longtime rivals square off with first place in the PSAC East on the line. Today, the Westchester Golden Rams host the Bloomsburg Huskies on homecoming from John A. Farrell Stadium. Hello and welcome to our coverage here on the Sports Fever Television Network. Jon Schaeffer, pleased to be joined once again by Phil Shanner. Let's start with Bloomsburg. They've always been known for their running game. This year, they've got a very good one. Lawrence Elliott Jr. leads the way. He's coming off a career game. One of the big questions here today involves Bloomsburg secondary. Can Donovan Morris and company slow down this high-flying ESU offense? It is Championship Saturday here in the PSAC. Alongside Phil Shanner, my name is Jon Schaeffer. Slippery Rock has the top scoring offense in the nation. It starts on the ground with Shamar Green. It is the state game, Slippery Rock and Westchester. It comes your way next, the ProGrass Turf Game of the Week, right here on the Sports Fever Television Network. Empty backfield for Moriarty, bobbles the snap, now throws for the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Westchester on the board. Going to set up a screen. There's running room inside the 30 and 20 before being tripped up at the 10-yard line. Handed off for Joe Parsnick, who's got running room. He breaks free into the secondary, near midfield and inside Rams territory before being angled out of bounds. Third down, Moriarty's got Brown for a first down. He's inside the 10. All the way down to the 3-yard line. Tim Brown comes up big once again. Fourth down and 1. I formation. Kelly pitching for Parsnick, who cuts upfield and has the first down. Tailback is Green. Nania pump fake. In trouble, gets rid of it for Green alertly, and he breaks the first tackle and has the first down. Dugan brought him down, but after he slipped through the first tackle, and he picks up 4.
Nania looked to his right, didn't have any open receivers on the right side, and then had to sidestep some pressure, and was able to find Green.
Nania quickly in the flat, has his wide receiver Dutrell. He breaks a tackle and is inside Golden Rams territory down to the 41-yard line as Formica trips him up at the end of the play.
Dutrell is an outstanding receiver, third on the Slippery Rock all-time list. Nickname is Duty, has caught at least one pass in 40 of the 43 career games.
And again, they'll go quick, and this is going to go for a score. Marcus Carter, his third touchdown on the season. 41 yards, and the Rockets scored touchdowns on their last 2 possessions.
Now, are you surprised that this team scores 47 points a game? The tempo is up pace. They get a lot of plays off and really can wear on a defense and can score very quickly. You can't turn your head. You can't go to the kitchen for a snack because the Rock can score fast.
Huska for the extra point after Carter goes 41 from Dante Nania. 13-6, and the kick is up, and this kick is through to make it 14-6, the Rock. They have scored touchdowns each of the last 2 drives. This time, again, it's Carter on the ProGrass Turf Game of the Week, presented by the Pennsylvania Turnpike. That's Brandon Monk. Jarrell Elder is back there as well. Great kick. Wind helping him. Here in the first, they're going to take it out, Monk, from his own end zone. And he breaks the tackle and gets all the way out to the 26-yard line. So good decision by Brandon Monk to bring it out. One
thing I said about Brandon Monk is he's just the determination of trying to win this game and win the PSAC title. And here comes the scores, fast and furious. The Rams get on the board with their 6-play, 56-yard drive. Pat Moriarty, that 23-yard touchdown. So the Rams with their touchdown, but the Rock, it doesn't take them long. 8 plays, 86 yards, and they were in the end zone. There, take a look at that touchdown there by Westchester, getting on the board, but the Rock scores very, very quickly. And that is what it's about. Scoring on the 41-yard pass and catch, 8-play, 86-yard drive, and 229. And the Rock, impressive. #1 scoring team in Division II college football at close to 48 a game.
Elder a hole, and that closes quickly after he picks up a yard on the pitch. It is Williams that smacked him down. Tevin Williams, a big factor early on here for the Rock.
Williams has played big, and basically everyone on that offense, on defensive line is tough. We haven't even talked about Marcus Martin, who broke a single-season sack record last year with 16 at the school. He was a freshman last year. This year he has 9. He's third on the team in tackles. So many great players on that Rock defense.
2nd and 9. Adam Dempsey motions. Moriarty to throw. Has a man on a wheel route. That is Monk. Caught for a first down all the way out near midfield. It's a 21-yard pickup before Kyle Hall made the play.
Miscommunication there on the Rocks defense. No one accounted for Monk on the right sideline, and he was wide open. And those are exactly the plays that Coach Swan has worked on, and it feels most effective. As you see, he was wide open. The safety had to come up and stop Monk. But they're going to be using Monk and Elder and also Eddie Elliott and those type of plays, those short patterns, to hopefully get good run after the catch to help out their sophomore quarterback, Pat Moriarty.
Elliott motions to the slot. 4 wide receivers. He is throwing, and that is broken up on that far side. He was looking for DiPietro, who has the touchdown catch. It'll be now 2nd and 10. Alphon Cook on coverage.
That timing route, John, the back shoulder throw that we saw a couple of times last week in their win over East Stroudsburg, was a well-thrown ball by Moriarty, but DiPietro had to leave his feet and wasn't able to come down with the catch. But I think Brandon Monk and all the seniors, this senior class is really so much adversity is going on off the field issues. Tim Brown wasn't eligible at the beginning of the year, and then he came back, then he got injured. A lot of stuff went on, and they're so excited to be in this PSAC championship game, and believe me, they want to win it.
Pressure coming from Tevin Williams, and Moriarty fortunate to get rid of it without a sack as it falls incomplete. And a flag is down as well. Take another look at the pressure coming in the middle of your screen.
33 sacks this year for the Rock, and trying to get another one there. Heavy pressure. Moriarty had to rush his pass. And anytime you rush it, your completion percentage rate is going to drop, because it's harder to complete a pass when your legs aren't set, your arm isn't ready to go, and you have to rush a pass.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 76, offense, 15-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
That's against the junior left guard, Vince Lestracco, out of Father Judge in Philadelphia, backing up Bill Zwan's offense. In a game they trail 14-6. Don't want to play behind the sticks against this Rock defense, one of the top units in Division II football.
It's crazy. The Rock's offense, we talked about their big strike and big playability, but they're averaging 513 yards of total offense a game. And that's understandable. So far in this game, 18 plays, 167 yards. So they have that ability to get up and down the field. The Rock does, and the Rams need to stay pace with them.
Setting up a screen on 2nd down. The Rock sniffs it out. Kyle Hall again steps up and makes the play. So the Rock, they were not fooled on that play. It's now 3rd and long.
Kyle Hall comes in, and they're very well aware of screen plays. I mean, that is probably the number one play that teams against the Rock try to run to generate some offense. So they're very well, the linebackers know exactly what they need to do as far as their assignment on a screen play.
Phil, it's 3rd and 29 for the Rams. They need to get to the Rock's 40-yard line as we get a whistle and a timeout on the field. You are watching the Progress Turf Game of the Week presented by the Pennsylvania Turnpike. You are watching the Progress Turf Game of the Week, presented by the Pennsylvania Turnpike. And this is the PSAC Championship Game, a special presentation of the Sports Fever Television Network. Alongside Phil Shanner, Jon Schaeffer with you, Colin Riccabon as well. Mike Mataraki, our spotter, up here in the booth. Moriarty throwing on 3rd and forever. Jump ball incomplete. He was looking for Elliott, and Cook was the quarterback on coverage. And now 4th down, and Westchester will be forced to punt. And that timeout, by the way, was taken by the Rock defensively prior to 3rd and 29.
Well, now you got to punt the football. And
with the wind.
Yeah, last week was the most complete game for the Rock in that win over Clarion. They scored in all 3 phases. They had a punt return for a touchdown. They intercepted a pass for a touchdown. They did an outstanding job last week in scoring in all 3 phases. And this punt could be concerning here as far as field position with punting into the wind.
So Paulison, who's got the missed PAT and a missed 23-yard field goal, will punt. And this is into the wind. It is a very short kick. I mean, right up into the air, taking a Rock bounce. and being down at the 49-yard line. Westchester didn't realize it was bouncing the wrong way. So a punt of just 22 yards before Ralph Reeves downed it. A reminder, make sure to check out the Rams bookstore, WCURamshop.com. They've got merchandise, gifts, and more located on the ground floor of the Student Union. Shop Ram Pride at the Westchester campus store, WCURamshop.com. 1st and 10 from midfield. Durden, the tailback. Nania on the zone read, hands it off, and he picks up 5 before being wrapped up by John Dubik.
That punt just got caught up in the wind, and that was a disaster. Now you give Slippery Rock such excellent field position and already down a score. There's 3 phases to football. Special teams sometimes are so very important, especially when you get in late in the season, when you have higher wind conditions, maybe snow when it gets later in the playoffs. So special teams, such an important part of championship football and playoff football.
Slippery Rock all the way up to number 9 in the nation, top 10 for the first time since the year 2000. Play clock at 5. Handoff, and this is Durden, and he's tripped up very close to the first down. Very close to the first down. Dubik again able to trip him up.
Good job for him to get his arm out there, and just Dubik was able, the big sophomore was able to get his arm out there just enough to trip him, or he would have caught some steam and gained even more yards through that hole.
Final minute of this first quarter. Nania in trouble and just throws this away alertly to avoid the sack. So pressure coming. Nania gets rid of it, looking for Millie Ray.
Good job by Nania to realize that, boy, there was a lot of pressure coming. They had 3 gold jerseys chasing him down, trying to sack him, and he didn't want to force anything and was smart enough to throw it where there was no Rams defenders for a safe incomplete pass and a smart decision.
Durden to the left of Nania. Under pressure. Throws. Has a man. That's caught. And that's going to go for a score. Tyshawn Tucker. 20 points in the first.